Hello everyone, welcome to unit number 3, Swedish hospitality. Let's start with our warm-up questions. 1번. Have you ever visited Northern Europe? 북유럽에 가본 적이 있나요? 저는 유럽에 안 가봤어요. I've never been to Europe. 가고 싶은데 I want to go, but 돈이 없어요 지금. I don't have any money. One day I would love to go to Sweden. 스웨덴도 가고 싶고 그리고 Norway, Netherlands. I'd love to go to those places. 2번. What do you know about Sweden? 스웨덴에 대해 무엇을 알고 있나요? Zlatan Ibrahimovic is a very famous footballer for AC Milan. I love football, and so he is the only thing I know about Sweden. I know that their flag is blue and yellow. I don't know too much. Let's move on to the vocabulary now and repeat after me. 1번. Admirable. 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 본 바를 만한. Scandinavian countries normally get attention for their admirable qualities. When you admire something, it's admirable. Europeans are usually very tall, so maybe that's something admirable. 2번. Standard practice. Standard practice. Standard practice. 흔한 일. Several Swedish people joined the Reddit discussion and confirmed that this was pretty standard practice. Rules or things that people do that are very normal. When COVID was very severe in Seoul, everyone had to show a QR code. That became standard practice for quite some time. Now you don't have to do it, but at that time it was standard practice. 3번. Census taker. Census taker. Census taker. 인구 조사원. The government had to run an announcement on TV telling people not to try to feed census takers. In Australia, I had to fill in a form about who was living with me, what my job was. This was for the census, right? And I was a census taker. I'm the person who fills out the census. 4번. Hospitable. 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 환대하는. Even in less hospitable countries, it's usually good manners to invite a guest to stay and eat if they are there at mealtime. Maybe you've heard of hospitality industries. So they're like motels, hotels, restaurants, cafes. This is a hospitality industry. So to be hospitable, you have to be welcoming, you have to be kind. An example would be like letting someone in your home and feeding them during a meal time. 5번. Spontaneously. 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 즉흥적으로. Others said that 10 people normally already have meals and they don't want to change them spontaneously. When you do something spontaneously, it's without thinking usually. 생각 없이 하는 거. I'm gonna spontaneously buy this thing. 뭐 이거 안 볼 거예요. 그냥 살 거예요. I'm not gonna try it. I'm just gonna, buy it. 6번. Fatten up. Fatten up. Fatten up. These are all cultures where people take pride in fattening up their guests, and they have their influence on young Swedes' thinking. these country 문화 cultures, they like to feed their guests. But I think in Korea, it's very similar. 뭐 추석 때, 설날 때, 부모님 댁 간다면, well, they usually feed you, right? 요리 많이 하고, 많이 먹고. I think it's just in many countries that we like to fatten up our guests when they arrive. So fatten up is 살 찌우다. 살 찌우다. Okay, so let's move on to the language focus now.